Not a good start to the year. Growth in South Africa showing no sign of a recovery. First quarter GDP contracted by more than economists had expected, coming in at a shocking minus 1.2%.
The primary industries have been the main culprit, dragging growth by 15%, 15.5%, that is negative. And of course, tertiary industries have just barely skated over the zero mark, with the secondary industries at 0.2.
The difficulties in the mining sector are quite severe. We saw an 18% drop in production in that sector. The mining sector has not really recovered from the troubles that it went through in 2012 and also early 2014. And the low commodity prices against the backdrop of higher cost of production really are keeping activity at the mines under pressure.
As expected, there were heavy declines in the agricultural sector. Production in the first 3 months of this year was hard hit by one of the worst droughts on record. Production contracted 6.5%, recording its fifth consecutive quarter decline.
We've already seen the effect of last year's declines coming through in the food prices, and this number just confirms that the impact is going to remain persistent. So food inflation will remain close to that 10% level, and we could actually see it going even higher.
Imports declined too, and despite a weaker rand, export growth showed no improvement, instead dropping 7.1%. Hopes of a retail-led recovery have also been dampened, with household consumption declining by 1.3% in the first 3 months.
The consumer is facing some financial pressures now. In the first quarter, we saw the unemployment rate jumping to 26.5%, and income growth is very muted. So that simply means that the discretionary income is being squeezed. So the consumer is not really going to drive this a recovery in this economy.
Despite the shocking growth statistics, international ratings agencies Fitch, Moody's and S&P all affirmed their ratings of the South African economy, but issued stern warnings: lift growth or be downgraded. The risks of South Africa going into recession this year are now higher. Full-year growth has been forecast at just 0.6% this year. If this poor growth trend continues, even achieving that figure may be unlikely unless the government takes urgent action to ensure a turnaround. Sumitra Nydoo, CCTV, Johannesburg.